What's good, hunters and huntettes? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dugger himself. Don't know what a hunted is, don't know what a hunter is. I'm lying. Anyway, moving over, let me talk about the main portion of the video. Now, there's this article that I recently just read, and it struck a chord with me. By a chord, I mean, hit me with a lot of information that I personally didn't know. I want to say it's due in part to the fact that when Monster Hunter 4 came out, it was a Japanese-only game, of course, and a lot of information about the game didn't necessarily come out because the game was Japanese and they didn't really translate that stuff over to the English side of things, which is still relatively weird. I don't know why they just didn't do that for us, but still, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pretty much break down what this article had to you guys, in case you guys didn't know this information. It's still pretty good information. If you didn't know, you will know, and if you didn't know, well, if you already did know, then I guess, hey, why not? You can chime in with the rest of us, fix things that I said that I might have said wrong. I will link the article in the description of this video. So without further ado, let's go into it. Now, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is definitely built different than previous Monster Hunter games. Previous Monster Hunter games was, I like to call it, a 2D type of game, where you pretty much fought your monster, on the ground. It was you and the monster on the ground fighting in different arenas, be it in the water, be it on dry land. It was just you and the monster on the ground. For the most part, it was just you and the monster on the ground. The water element came in a bit later, but it was still pretty much the same thing. Now, what they added Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which I'm sure everyone is already aware, is the fact that you can do aerial attacks, like jump off of ledges and things like that and come down on an enemy, well, a monster, with a special type of move or combo or something like that. They also had the ability for you to climb on walls and jump off and do stuff, or you can jump onto the back of the monster for that matter. So they added that extra element to it, and that's a pretty cool thing. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to try it. Another thing that they added, well, to help actually go with the fact you can do aerial attacks, the Insect Glaive. Now, we all know the Insect Glaive is a pretty cool weapon where you shoot out an insect, it goes and draws power from the monster, brings that power back to you, whether it be a speed boost, a defense boost, attack boost, or things like that. And then you use the Insect Glaive to actually go in on the monster using the acquired boost that you received. And the Insect Glaive, it also has a move where it propels you into the air and gives you the ability to already be in the air to come down on top of the enemy, or the monster for that matter. And I thought that was really cool. So to see them actually make a weapon that pretty much sums up the entire new type of fighting that we're going to be doing is extremely dope. So that's what's up. Another thing I want to talk about is how they have changed the crafting system, so to speak. It used to be where you would grind a monster for hours and hours and days and pick up the required parts that you were looking for, and then take it to the blacksmith and he crafted for you. Well, that's still a thing. I'm guessing, really. I'm sure that's still a thing, but they have it to where they have a random loot drop type of system where you would go out and do quote-unquote guild quests. They're not the same guild quests that we know. These are totally different. These guild quests. It's kind of like going into the woods, and you'll have monsters out there to fight or whatever, and then you can acquire random weapon and armor drops. Now, they all have randomized stats and things like that. I'm pretty sure most of the weapons of the game will be like this, where it'll be a certain weapon. Let's say you have a great sword where its attack is like 700 and has blue sharpness or something like that. Well, you can get the same exact great sword, but this time it might have 800 attack, might have white sharpness, and maybe 2 gem slots. That'll be the better weapon. They have them mixed up like that. So to actually add in a kind of random loot drop system, much like you would see in an RPG like Diablo, I think it's actually really interesting. I want to see how that plays along with it, but I myself am a more grinded out kind of guy, but who knows, it'll just be something really dope for us to see. Also, one last tidbit I want to drop in here for you guys is the way the gameplay will actually be played. It'll be a bit more action packed, a bit more action based. Right now, as you see, I'm using the lance. Not a whole lot of action going on there. And if you want a whole lot of action, you have to play a weapon more akin to along the lines of the dual blades or something like that, where there's a lot of stuff going on the screen. You're doing a whole lot, and you're doing a lot of damage as well. The charge axe, is it called? Yeah, the charge axe pretty much accommodates for that. It's a sword and shield that turns into an axe, and with it you can do a lot of combos, things like that. It's a really combo heavy kind of weapon. Same thing the Insect Glaive and how they adapted more combos than the weapons that we already know. So it's a combo based type of gameplay now. Not strictly combo based like Devil May Cry, but they add a lot of action into it to make you feel like you're really playing a serious action game where you're more immersed into the game than normal. So that's what I got out of the article. I'm pretty sure you guys would be able to check out the article and you'd like it as well. It was a nice read. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I just practically, broke down what I read in the article, but I will have the article in the script for you guys in case you guys want to read more on it, or if you already knew this information, or if you did know the information and whatnot. But if you did know and you want to, like, you know, help me fix what I went wrong, by all means please comment in the comment section saying that I did so, and if not, help people in the comment section who have questions with certain things if you can answer those. But anyway guys, been your boy Dig Dug himself, Dak908, signing out. Take care.